I'm Michael Soul. I'm a professional artist and I've been painting for 25 years. Nature inspires me. The look of nature, the feel of nature, stormy weather, big mountains. I like getting involved in mountains. I like getting involved in the sea. Anything I have a love for, I want to paint. And that's colour, light, stormy mountains, just like nature. I love it. But there's another side to my work, which is paint. I'm fascinated with paint. I'm fascinated with what you can do with paint, how you can manipulate paint to your will and to create some crazy textures. And funnily enough, obviously what we're kind of here to talk about is the Midas bottles. And painting on the Midas bottles made me realize that more than ever before, that my work is more about the paint than it is about the subject matter. Because the Midas bottles have no subject matter, they're purely about paint and about materials. And it's wicked, it's cool, I love it. I met Toby, one of the founders of Midas, over a cup of coffee in Ounce. I asked him basically for some free bottles for a private view I was having in Westbourne, and he agreed. And after talking about that, we started discussing the possibility of potentially collaborating and mixing Midas with Soul and seeing where we would get. And 2 years later, it's turned into a really quite cool collaboration where has actually changed my practice, changed the paints I'm using for my actual paintings. And it's just a wonderful progression. It almost looks like it happened fate, you know, where it started with just, let's just throw a bit of paint on some canvas and put the Midas bottle outline on it and see what happens. And now it's turned into some pretty cool objects that are on show tonight at the Nicky. It was only after meeting a couple of times here and there with the Midas boys that we decided that maybe we should paint a painting of gold leaf and then actually get a sticky covering for the bottle. So it would be covered, the whole bottle would be covered in one of my paints. Because one of my problems I had was the bottle being round, gravity would take the paint round. And I knew that the cool textures about my paintings relied on a surface being flat. And that's why we thought maybe just wrapping a bottle in one of my paintings rather than actually painting on the bottle would be the way forward. But I said, no, hang on, let's just give it a go. Give me some bottles. And they came crate loads of bottles. I mean, there's a box over there full of magnums. Anyway, they came crate load of bottles and said, just play around with them. And it changed my practice. It changed the paints I used because I was forced to do things differently, but with still the same sort of look at how my paintings show the layers beneath, i.e. the gold leaf. I can't cover the whole gold leaf because it would kill the whole idea. So I had to try and work out a way of using paint so that A, it wouldn't just sort of flop over the sides and just disappear on the floor, but B, that the gold was still on show. And I found some new crazy paints to work with that actually created my textures, but on itself. It was a wonderful little process, wonderful way of exploring new paints and new techniques, and it's become fascinating. And I absolutely bloody love it. The process goes like this. I take the labels and the cap off. I then secure it with tape and then I paste the gold leaf on top of the bottle. So the whole bottle is covered in gold leaf. I lay the bottles down on the floor and I mix some paint up, some crazy colors that I know are going to react with each other and different kinds of paints. And then I literally just blah, literally blah, and then just keep watching it, make sure it does its thing, clean up any of the drips that will go around the side, obviously because of its form. If I put too much paint on it, it'll just keep going around. So I have to keep cleaning it off, bearing in mind that when that side's dry, I have to spin the bottle over and do the other side and do the same again. So eventually they will meet from one side to the other, but you quite often will get almost two sides of the bottle, which is really interesting actually. But it means I have to worry about colors and getting the colors right so that they actually sort of bleed into each other, and it looks really cool. That's the process, and it's a very quick process. It's from start to finish, it's a 20-day process. It's 20-minute processes, but it's more about the knowledge of the paints and how the paints work with each other and how colors work with each other. The most enjoyable part is after the paint has suddenly gone on, and then what happens. It's the details, it's the close-ups, it's the way that the paint opens up and you'll see the layer underneath, it's the way the paint opens up and you see the paint layer underneath. it's the surprise. It's the surprise. You never know what it's going to look like. So it's the cool textures that make you go, wow, cool. Wow, look at this stuff. Look at that going on. So it's the stuff I don't get involved in. It's the paint doing itself, and that's why I love it. And that because it's a surprise. And when a surprise goes well, it's even better than something that's gone well planned. So that's my favorite part of the process. And getting it wrong is the worst part of the process. And you have to quite often cover up and do another layer of gold leaf over the top and start again. The wonderful thing about this collaboration is there is such scope to keep going and to keep experimenting. But we need to see if there's interest first. We need to see if there's people who agree that the collaboration is worth following. And this event is to basically gauge people's reactions. Bournemouth is an extremely creative hub, but there doesn't ever seem to be a real outlet to show that creativity. And because it doesn't happen very often, it's so wonderful as an artist to see the support that I've got tonight and the support Midas have got tonight for these kind of events. It's extremely important, certainly in our area, to have this kind of support, and I really appreciate it. And I think it's something that Bournemouth needs more of, and I'm hoping that we can help out with that.